Earth as a singular planet. In fact, it is anything but. For this is a story not of a universe, but a multiverse, where universes and planets, such as Earth, were replicated and mirrored across a vibrating, infinite plane. Some barely different from the next. Others drastically so.
This is DC On Screen. Every week, Dave and Jason talk about the multiverse of DC properties on film and television. But be warned, if it's been officially released, you can expect they'll spoil it.
Hey everyone, welcome into DC On Screen episode 509. That's 509, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're going to be reviewing Titans, the first episode, the season premiere, the series premiere of the DC Universe flagship show. I'm your host, David C. Robertson. This, my co-host, Jason Goss.
Hello.
Well. This was a dark and gritty DC endeavor, my friend.
Yes.
And I was down with it.
Yeah.
Down with the sickness.
Yeah. They could have used that in the soundtrack for this, and that would have made sense.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have, at the top of the page of the general notes for this episode, I just have, good music.
They had some pretty good music in here.
I dug it. I dug the score here. And the soundtrack.
It was a little, I don't know, scene kiddish. A little emo.
Yeah. I mean, dude, in one of the, in the last trailer, I think it was, they put out, that was a Marilyn Manson, I forget what he's covering. I'm pretty sure it was a cover, but it was, that was Marilyn Manson. Yeah.
I don't think I even paid attention to it.
This was gonna sound a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
I felt, and I dug what I heard.
Yeah, I mean it was fine. It worked.
Yep.
I was surprised at how well it worked.
I didn't know what to expect.
I actually liked it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
More than I thought it would. The tone stayed about what the trailers are throwing at you.
Yeah, it fit that. And I think it was in the first 12 minutes of the show. You've got somebody being brained. They did not hold back as far as the violence you were promised was offered.
Mm-hmm.
And more was promised.
Right. The violence was on point. Is exactly what it is. And despite what certain internet pundits think, this was not just a live action recreation of the very serious Teen Titans Go sketch.
No.
This was solid. Brendan Thwaites did a great job as Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
I really loved seeing Amy Rohrbach there. Lindsay Gort did a great job. I look forward to seeing more of her. I really liked Amy Rohrbach in the Nightwing run, where he was working as a cop. I loved all of that. That tiger still looks bad, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm all right with it.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'll live with it. It could be better, but everything else looked pretty fantastic, and that is biting off a lot. And it's my main objection to so many people saying Garfield should be green and Starfire should be orange, and dude, man, how much of your effects budget do you want to put to that every episode?
Well, Guard, is he not green?
Kind of greenish, but you can do that with hues. You can't so much make orange. I feel like it would be really expensive to make her bright orange. She's bright orange.
Yeah, when Starfire flame ons, she does go orange.
Yeah, but doing it the entire episode while she's sitting in the background, while you're doing a character shot where it's over the shoulder so you see her cheek, so now I gotta spend time doing that shot. Screw that.
Mm-hmm.
Screw that. You've got a guy who can shapeshift into a tiger. Let's put some money into that.
Mm-hmm.
Not worry so much about the skin tone. There was a whole piece of the internet that was worrisome and annoying, and to me, this explained a lot, honestly. I liked, and I liked what they're calling her, Corey Anders. Cool, fine, good. I liked where she, her whole story within the pilot here.
I don't know what to make of it.
It's kind of investigating her own past, and it's almost like a follow the trail of the bodies to see where you've been kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
I like it. I don't know what to make of it either. I really don't. I don't know what version of her story they're telling, but the fact that she just kind of wakes up, appears to be a badass, and doesn't really know much more than that, it's kind of neat.
Yeah, I'm she doesn't know her backstory. I don't remember that being a thing in the comics.
Yeah, I don't remember that having a touchstone, but I don't know the Titans that well.
I am wondering if the person that... I'm wondering if they're not doing Blackfire.
Explain.
Like, I'm wondering if her sister, if they're not like making them just twins here, and they're having her sister do all this awful stuff, and then her sister has like replaced her, has like knocked her out or something and put her there. You know what I mean?
Possible.
That's what I'm gonna. I think that's what they might do. I mean,
the theme for this episode for every character seemed to be we're going to meet them in a dark place and see how they get out of it, and then see how they build into a team. Like every single character can be described that way. Garfield's literally in a cage. Raven's like confined in a nunnery and subject to sex trafficking. Like she's just continually trying to find her way out. Starfire the same, or Coriander the same. Robin, even though he's probably the most adjusted at this point, still doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Every single character you can describe that way. Mm-hmm. It's a good theme, and I think they did a good job of it.
Unless Blackfire actually did just like completely just strip her memory. I mean, I would get that's what she would have to have done. But yeah, they're all in dark places anyway, and I'm enjoying it. I thought it was really cool so far.
It's not a bad theory. I don't know what's going on with her memory. It could be that, but
yeah,
it's not like she's any less violent going forward.
Right.
I mean, she barbecues some Russians. Just straight does a grill out.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
I don't think you could pull it wasn't me. I would never do that. No, you roasted those folk.
Mm-hmm. And that's fine. I don't mind her roasting folk.
No, it fits in this series. I'm good with it.
It does. It is super dark, y'all.
And there was so much consternation, I'll say, over the fuck Batman line. But when you look at it,
I still thought it was dumb, but they made it work. They made it work.
It made sense in the course of the scene that it was in. Like, where's Batman? Oh, Birdie's alone. He destroys them, and then fuck Batman. I mean,
right.
Fuck Batman is basically, I've got this, I don't need him kind of thing. It made sense in the scene.
I think it would have worked better if he had said that and then beat the shit out of all of them.
That would have been fine, and calling your shot kind of thing. I'll give you the machismo points on that. But it worked where it was.
Yeah.
Damn, that fight looked good.
What's that?
Damn, that fight looked good, man.
It did. It did. It really did. I was a little surprised. I was actually surprised they got me as roped into Raven's storyline as they did. I actually had a pit in my stomach while she was like following the lady back to the car. And I went, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. And then like the demon starts popping up. Don't do it. And I'm like, see?
Even the demon agrees with me. What are you doing?
Oh man, and the way she killed that dude at the end, that was rough.
Yeah, it was. But it's also really cool live interpretation of the soul self. Mm-hmm. That was nice to see. Like, Raven's powers are going to be on full display. And they're building a lot of the series around her. Like, everyone's kind of searching for Raven, in a way. They're, it does feel like they're kind of meeting, and I don't know, man. I mean, Coriander's looking for identity. A lot of other people are rounding up around Grayson. They're going to find each other together. There's a way that like this team's going to come together, and it's going to feel pretty organic.
Yeah. I laughed when the location card was like Detroit, and then like 3 beats later it said Michigan, and I went, "Oh, that Detroit."
Yeah.
I think it's probably the best so far, the best Berlanti premiere that I've seen.
That's actually a good point. Yeah. It did feel a little bit like they let Berlanti off the leash. Mm-hmm. I mean, not even to blame they in that circumstance. It's the first time he's had that much leash to deal with. And I think he made it worth it.
Yeah. Man.
Also, we have bunch of crossover stuff to be excited about going forward. Like, we get the kind of backdoor introduction of Doom Patrol. Mm-hmm. Which now I'm more excited about because I've seen this and it kind of played out and I like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was dubious. They promised a lot.
They did.
This felt like it was worth it.
Oh, I just keep thinking about the way Raven killed the Acolyte, man. Oh.
It was rough. I'm going to put that right up to the Russian barbecue or the Dick Grayson stomping on somebody's head. Like, this is going to be a dark show.
It was his throat. I really don't remember.
I'm not sure that's better.
Oh no, the worst one, the one that made both me and my wife go, "Oh!" was when he like broke that window and then like shoved the dude's face and ran along the jagged glass. Yeah.
Yeah, that was something. that was something.
I wish there was more to talk about on this episode. There's just not a whole lot happened. Like, we've got some very dubious stuff with Corey. Apparently it seemed like she had a dude up there the night before, which maybe that was just a dude to kidnap him.
Yeah. Like, we're not sure what the hell she was up to before her story starts in this narrative. I don't know what to do with her.
So it's just like Corey, they just threw a big old J.J. Abrams-esque mystery box at us.
Fair enough, yeah.
Raven or,
Gar's literally in a box most of the episode. Sure, why not?
What's that?
Gar's literally in a box for part of the episode at least, so sure. Let's do that.
So, Raven is running away from these people, these weird acolyte people who are trying to grab her. Oh, man, when he shot her mom in the head, that was rough.
That was.
Ugh. And like when her mom was up there talking to her and she's like got the crosses and stuff all over the door, I'm just like, call John. Call Constantine, love. Yeah.
You feel like though with her powers, he'd basically approach the house, take one look at it and go, oh hell no. And just turn the other way, get back in his cab and go the other way. And from their perspective, all they would know is like, we called a guy who's supposed to know something, but he never showed up.
Right. Just cut to a scene of him walking up with his cigarette, gets a sense of the place, takes a long draw, and just goes, nope. Walks away.
Oh. Sold this. Yeah.
Yeah. They really focused on, and I like that they didn't try to cram everybody in. They left Beast Boy for the very end of the episode. They focused on Dick, Corey, and Raven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then they left it alone.
Yeah. Plenty of time. Like I was looking forward to the next one by the time I got to this one. That's the most I can possibly hope for.
But I think they're sticking pretty true to the archetypes anyway. Like, I don't know what they're doing with Corey. She's the most off base right now.
Right now, but
I feel like
she literally doesn't know who she is, so it's kind of meta.
Right. So anyway, I'm excited. I think this is a great start.
Yeah, I'm excited with where they left me. I have a small problem though, where it doesn't matter what browser I'm using. If I'm on my computer, I can always see the captions. I need the DC Universe to fix this, or if anyone knows how to fix this and I haven't figured it out, please tell me. I can watch it on my phone. I can watch it on an actual television that's hooked up to a smart device of some kind. I can't fix that. It's rough. I don't see the captions on everything. It takes away from a moment when you're like enjoying that moment and it just says somber music playing. Kind of kills it.
I guess that kind of stuff doesn't really bother me. But I haven't seen any of that, so.
It's an annoyance of mine.
I watched it on the television.
Yeah.
In the living room.
On there, it's fine.
Yeah. So
I could not get it to work on a computer. Various browsers. Seriously. Several browsers. Could not make it work any other way.
That's weird.
It was weird.
Do you have any fear that Corey's not going to be an alien here?
Not really. And honestly,
I hope.
I don't fear that's not going to happen. And furthermore, if it doesn't happen, I don't fear that either. I don't really care as long as she has some version of her powers. This is one of those dark universes. Like, she's supposed to come from a warrior world, you know? Like, she's supposed to be an aggressive badass.
Yeah.
This works for me. Whatever they're doing right now, this is fine. We'll see what the backstory is. Kind of doesn't soften her up in any way.
I am hoping they stick with the alien story. The extraterrestrial story.
It'd be my preference.
You have anything else on the show, man? It's badass. Like I said, there wasn't like a whole lot here. It's just awesome, and I can't wait for more.
Yeah. There's not a lot to chew on or reflect on. I just kind of wish there was another one. Yeah, that's all I've got.
All right. Well, I think we're going to call it, man. Call it, and you guys come hang out with us in the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/DC On Screen podcast, and talk to us about what you thought in regards to Titans. Please tell us your thoughts.
We'll be there.
Tell me all your thoughts.
Nope, he's singing. Just call it. Call it.
Okay.
End it.
We'll be back with the
End
news
it like a Russian
in a few
barbecue.
days. Until then, keep some DC on your screen. Our opening narration was from Dan Jurgens' The History of the DC Universe, Part 3 of 10, as featured in DC 52, Week 4. It was performed by me, David C. Robertson. Intro music by Jason Goss and Michael Shackelford. Michael's band, Future Elevators, could be found on Spotify or future-elevators.com. Our introduction was performed by Effie Oppelders of the fantastic podcast Stealing the Remote, which lives on SoundCloud. It can also be found on iTunes and Stitcher. We are proudly in partnership with TV Time, TV show calendar and social media site that lets you keep track of what you're watching, what your friends are watching, and where you all left off. DC On Screen is a maladjusted production. Visit maladjusted.tv for more from me and Jason, including sketch comedy, an improvised web series, vlogs, parodies, and more.
Are you